and when you're going to be seeing this video. So I want to say my story. I was once a victim of kidnappers. So I saw this video online that is trending concerning a girl that was invited by a man that she met on Tinder app to come see him at Chococho in Iche. So the girl left her place at Igrit and went to Iche. So up till now, they've not seen her. Nobody knows her whereabouts. So I commented on that on the video that I was a victim of kidnappers, and it was that same Iche that they took me to. So a lot of people have been on my DM telling me I should say my story, what happened, how did it happen, did they pay ransom, and so I've gotten a lot of DMs. So I want to tell you guys my story and how it happened. So it happens in 14th of December 2029 in Port Harcourt. So I used to sell best bread. Then. I've always been a business person. I used to go to a bar, sort for best bread, plain and pattern materials for men, and vintage shirts. I will sort out all these vintage shirts. I will give it to tailor. They'll just free size. So that plain and pattern material was one of the cheapest thing I sold then, because I used to buy both the trouser and the shirt for 1,000 naira. It comes in pearls. Then I will sell for 2,500 naira. So most times I go to the market, I'll buy like 70 pieces of it, and I will start post online, post on my WhatsApp. That was how I was selling them. So this guy came to my DM on Facebook and DM'd me, said he wants to buy those materials, that he likes supporting young girls that are, struggling, hustlers, like people that are, struggling for themselves, that he wants to patronize me. So we started talking. I asked him how many pieces he wants. He said, okay, that he can even talk to his colleagues to buy from me if I can bring it to where he's working. And I asked him where. He said he's working at Odogwa, share this thing that is at Odogwa. And that Odogwa, my stepmom is from there. I have a stepmom that is from there, and my dad builds one of his hotels there. So I was somehow familiar with that Odogwa, but I've never been to Odogwa on my own. I normally go to that place with my parents, like when my dad was alive, go with my dad's driver, or maybe family, or there must be something that will take us to that place. Not like, okay, on my own, I'm going to Odogwa to do what? So when he said Odogwa, he sent me pictures of him on his complete PPE, like coverall, safety boots, blah, 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 So I said, okay, so I was convinced that this person was real and wanted to buy from me. I went to a bar, I bought more material so that, he will have varieties to pick. And, since he said his colleagues, they will buy, that I should bring plenty. That day was on the 14th of December 2019. So I went to church that morning with my mom. So while I was in church, this guy was just, calling me. My phone was in silence. So when we finished, I called him back. I returned back his call, and I told him that I was in church. He said that he has told his colleagues now that I should bring the material. I told him I don't know my way to that place. He said that one is no problem, that he will be directing me. So I carried like 30 pieces of those materials, and I left my house. So when I got to Eleme Junction, I called him. I'm at Eleme Junction. He said, okay, you have to walk down. You will see taxi that is going to Cassava Market. People that know Port Harcourt or that stays around the way, will know Cassava Market. That I should tell the taxi that I'm going to Cassava Market, which I did. I got to Cassava Market. I called him. I'm at Cassava Market. He said, okay, that his younger brother will come to pick me up at that Cassava Market. So when the guy, I saw the guy, because where the bike stopped, there was a shop like opposite where the bike actually dropped me. So I saw this guy. He was just there. He had sat down there for like 5 minutes. So I didn't know. I don't know what I was even looking at, but I know I saw him. So this guy now came to meet me and asked me, are you Linda? I said yes. He said, okay, that his elder brother asked him to come and pick me. I said, okay, no problem. So the first bike that we entered, the tire burst, and I had my signs. My instincts was not convinced enough for me to go to that place, and I ignored my sign because it actually happened. Like I saw it, but I ignored because I've calculated how much I'm going to make from the 30 pieces I went there with, 1159. So when the bike that we entered, the tire burst, he stopped another bike. He stopped like 6 bikes that did not carry us. So I saw this, where you've not been before. I was just observing the environment. I was just looking at, the place. The place was somehow. So there's this guy I saw, this dark, handsome-looking young guy that was on a bike, neat bike. So the guy passed us like 4 times. So when the guy passed us, the 5th time, the guy came to where we were standing, waiting for bike. I don't know what he told the guy. He said I should enter. He carried the bag and put at the front of the bike. I entered, then he entered as my back. So as we were going, we go to a very lonely place. This bike man said he's not going again, stopped his bike and said he's not going again. I said, what happened? Why are you not going again? Did I do anything? I didn't know that they've gotten to their camp. They just want me to come down, so they'll push me inside the bush. He said that the money is too small. I need to add money. So I called the guy that asked me to come with the materials. I said that we are at a very lonely road though, and I'm not seeing bike, no house, just thick forest. And this guy stopped here and said he's not going again. I'm scared though. I'm scared. He said I should give the guy my phone. I gave the guy my phone. My phone, OT law. That was how they took my phone from me first. They took my phone. He said I should give him money. I gave him 1,000 naira. He collected the money from me and said I should enter the bike. So I want to enter the bike. That guy that came to pick me, this guy slapped the living daylight out of my eye. I saw stars. I saw my late father. I saw my late brother. I started crying, started shouting the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. That was when it was dawned on me that I have entered. that I've entered, oh, that these things I used to see on Facebook is now in reality, oh, that this is me, oh, in the forest with people that I don't know. This is me. I don't know if I will come out alive or not, oh. I started shouting the blood of Jesus. That was how this guy, they brushed, if you see this guy brushed me like this, I fell down. What I heard is, whack my neck. They started beating me, pushed me inside the bush, started beating me front, back, and center, or more. They beat me like a criminal, like somebody that stole Maggie. They beat me. These guys beat me. See, it's not something that I wish my worst enemy. Even if I don't like you, I will not wish that on you. So when I opened my eyes, I saw more than 10 boys or more. Hey, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Jireh. Hey, I started speaking in tongues. Hey, Jesus Christ. What I heard is, this thing you're wearing, is it good? Because I was wearing gold earring, gold necklace and key pendant with something like, but this is not good, with something like, but bigger than this, because I started wearing gold from my SS1 till that's 2019 that I was kidnapped. This boy is a used hand, they dragged the gold from my neck. The thing, as I peeled my neck, I started crying. They brought blindfold and they blindfolded me. They have some people already in the bush. They brought them out. They were like, where are others? Where are others? That was how they carried us. They're walking inside the bush, inside. And I was putting on like a big gun. So all these, some grass I have chuku or more. So it's just they design my leg, they bleed, they go. So we got to a point and they asked us to sit on the floor. We sat down on the floor. That was where they kept us till the next day. I did not close my eyes. I did not sleep for 4 days. They kept us there. So when they took us to where we sat down that night, so we were there all through the night. So I didn't know they were with guns till when I told one of them, because out of the 10 people that I saw in the bush, they left us with 3 young boys. The youngest was 19 years. So when I told them that I want to wee, because we'll start down for like hours on the ground. So when I told them that I want to wee, that was when one of them brought out GUN and pointed at me and said if I misbehave, that they are going to buy their enemy and all that, that they have people that used to buy woman, parts from them. So I said, no, that me, I don't want to run. I only want to pee, that I want to pee. So that was how he pushed me, like followed me with the GUN, followed me to, where I will pee. So I just pee with fear. I won't pee on my body with fear. So after everything, we went back to where the other people were sitting. So they started smoking, pouring the smoke on us, doing all sorts of things, doing their thing, So the next day in the morning, that boy that came to pick me from that cassava market came again that morning, and he slapped me. He slapped me like twice, just because he wanted me to unlock my phone. So he now said they should not remove my blindfold. His name is Tolles. I still remember that name. His name is Tolles. So they should remove my blindfold small so that I can unlock my phone. So I unlock my phone and I give them the phone. So they went through my phone. Some pictures in our phone can also implicate us. So they went through my phone and they saw my brother's wife picture with BB Gold. That one is a gold freak. So they asked me who she was to me. I told them I don't know her, that I like her clothes. That's why I even saved the picture, that I want to sew her clothes. So they saw a lot of her pictures on my phone with BB Gold, BB Gold pendants. I told them I don't know her, that I'm following her on Facebook. So when I go to her page, I'll just save those pictures from her page. They now said I should call somebody that will pay my ransom. If not, that they will buy me. So I told them I don't have anybody that will pay my ransom, that my only brother is late and he's in the mortuary because they've not buried him. So I don't have anybody, and my mother is a widow. I'm the only child. That was what I told them. And as may God may have it, Holy Spirit also directed my elder brother to say the same thing that I told these people. No, so we did not contradict the whole thing. So I called my brother. I told him that number that was calling, I don't even know the person. That the person is my uncle. I'm just trying if the person will pick my call. So when I called my brother did not pick the call. And thank God, I've not saved his number. I've not saved my brother's number then. They took the phone and left. I've already unlocked the phone, so they took the phone and left. So they were going through the phone on their own, and they saw a number that I stored with my bestie. So I don't know, maybe in their head, they think it's my boyfriend or something, because there was one girl that was in the bush. They were negotiating with the girl's boyfriend and the girl's parents. So they later took the girl to a hotel because the people were complying very well. So they took her out from the bush and took her to a hotel. Not everybody want to see for hotel. The person will come with their boyfriend. Sometimes some people they kidnap, as you see gone, you go just lock up. So they called the number, and it was my brother's wife, because we are very close, like very, very close. We used to call each other Kates, like my party, So we store our numbers. She stole my numbers, my Kate, I store her numbers, my bestie. So they called her. She was in the market. So from that market to my house is like 20 minutes if you want to trek. So we always use bike to that market. She now, when they called her, they told her that that they kidnapped me, that this blah blah blah. She was confused. According to her, she trekked from that market unknowingly to the house. So when she got to the house, she was now thinking of who to tell, because when my brother died, it was a very big shock to my family that we were fainting on a daily basis. As in, I cried. When my late brother died, That was the most painful death, my late brother and my dad. I cried when my late brother died to an extent that my late brother came to my dream to carry me up, to give me, like, to tell me that it's okay, that I should not cry again, that it's okay, that I should not cry again. So when that thing happened, so when that thing happened, she went home and she told one of my brother. So that was how my brother now ran to the palace to tell my elder brother that, sis, you, that kidnappers, they held me. So my brother now said that I've been calling him, but he was in church. So my brother now called the number back. So when he called the number back, they picked and they called those people that was with us in the bush and asked them to put the phone on speaker. So they gave me phone. I started crying. My brother told me that will be fine, that nothing will happen to me, that they will make sure that they bring me out from there. So my younger sister called. She was crying because they didn't even know that it was her birthday. She celebrated her birthday, so they didn't even know what was happening. So it was when she called, she was crying. See so, she was just crying. I started crying. There's this Mercy Chinwo song that did not leave my mouth that period. Jesus, I can't deny the Jesus, I was just singing back to back. I did not sleep. I did not let them rest. I was just singing. I was calling upon God. I even called my late father. I called my brother that was in the mortuary. I said, you were a strong person when you were alive. They said that spirits they seize, that I wish you can just appear here and take me out from this place. That I knew that if you were alive, that this kind of thing wouldn't have happened to me. That a lot has happened since you left. I was just calling my late brother. I was calling him. I said, please don't let them kill me. Come and take me out from this place. I was thinking of my mom. 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 So that was how. We were there. Then the third day, my brother called again and said that they've given them the money, that I should not worry, that they will bring me out, I will not sleep there. That third day came on, till the fourth day. On the third day, my period came out. On that third day, there was no water anywhere. There was nothing for me to use to pad up. There was nothing. I didn't even have any rag or anything, so the blood was just, pouring me on my body. I even told them to give me pure water to wash up. They refused, because them too, that was even taking care of us inside the bush. Those people, that one that came to pick me at that cassava market, will bring bread and Pepsi, this small agege bread, he will bring it for them. Then they will not come to the bush again, because the place is bush, like forest. So that was how we were there. That day passed. So there's this small girl that they kidnapped from Owerri down to Port Harcourt, Eche. The girl was just sleeping. So I asked the girl, why are you sleeping? That you've been just like, you're just sleeping. She said when she came that they beat her. She was scared of her life. She now told them that she has kidney problem, that her medicine is inside her bag. And the medicine was a sleeping medicine, this super appetites. They gave her the full bottle to drink. So it was that medicine that weakened her, that she was just sleeping all through in the bush, even when they saw snake. I don't know the name of this snake that used to crawl like fowl. As in from morning to morning, that thing would just be crawling, shouting. Even when they saw snake physically, these guys, they did not run. When I asked the girl said that they beat her to a point that she felt like she wants to die, like her, that she wants to die. She told them that she has a kidney problem, that her medicine is inside her bag. So they brought her the full bottle of that Supreme. The medicine is sleeping medicine. They brought the full bottle and gave to her to drink. So that was what weakened her, and that was the reason why she was just sleeping all through. Even when they saw snake physically, to tell you how this would have sold their soul to the devil. When they saw snake, they did not run. They said the snake is going his own way. So they will blindfold us from morning till 8, 9 in the night, because they have phone with them. So they were checking time. They have a Nokia Touch. Those Nokia Touch that the battery used to be strong. That was what they were using. So they will check their time. They will blindfold us from morning till that 8 in the night. They will remove the blindfold. Everywhere will just blur it. Like, I was not seeing anything again. Like, I was not seeing anything. Even the trees were army. The trees, I don't know what they call that tree in English. But in Igbo, they call it Obaroba. All those Obaroba. The trees were like army. Some were carrying guns. Some were carrying baby. Like, that was what I was seeing. I was not seeing it as tree again. Because imagine someone being blindfolded from morning till night. Like human being will blindfold their fellow human being from morning till night. Then they will move it by 8, as early as 4 a.m. They will use this thing again and blindfold us again and ask us to stand up. I will start trekking again to look for another location to go and sit down again inside the bush. So that was how they did till the 4th day. So the 4th day was on Monday. Till that 4th day on Monday. So they were speaking Eche, and I understand Eche. Eche is like Igbo, but I cannot speak Eche. So they were talking, and the one was saying, and the youngest among them that was 19 was saying, that once they give him his money now, that he will go and buy catfish, buy him and make catfish pepper soup to eat. His mother even called him and told him that you were cooking indomie and 2 of your friends came to look for you. You left this house since how many days? I've not heard from you. I don't even know where you are. That if you disgrace me, that I will wash my breast and I will lay a curse on you. That she will curse him. His girlfriend was calling him. He was speaking call, no man. And children, they for bush like this with blindfold. They do anything they want to do, touch you anywhere they want to touch you, molest you, you know, just rubbish you. The first day my brother called, the first day, you see, when Evans the kidnapper, that thing happened, that the wife said that she did not know that her husband was a kidnapper. That was a lie. Because when my brothers called that guy, that guy that ordered material from me, that thief that ordered material from me, his wife, I was hearing her voice. I was hearing his children's voice that will carry curse upon themselves. Innocent children that know nothing about what their father is doing. He's using the money of tears and blood to feed his children. They were there telling their mother that, mommy, that we are not okay, that we still want to eat. And people's children, people's mothers were inside the bush. They have not eaten since 3 days. They've not tested anything since. They would, like, we don't even know our fate. We don't even know if we will come out alive, if they will leave us, or if they will quiet us, or that kind of thing. So on the 4th day in the morning, he said, talking that this black one, that her people are complying, that she will leave today, which is me, and that she will leave today. So they said that other girl that came from Owerri, because they called her mom. Her mom said that she's selling fufu in Owerri, in Mbano, that she doesn't have money, that even if they want to buy the girl, they should buy the girl, because there's no money anywhere. They don't have anybody to pay any money anywhere. And asked me how much was even the money. So, and I asked them that this kind of job that you people are doing, that how much are they even paying you people? They said they pay them 10,000 naira. Like this one that they stayed with us in the bush for 3 days, that they will give them 10,000 naira for per head. They will give them 10,000 naira. The other one was like that, he's still with the money that they paid them in the previous deal that they did, that he's still with his own money. That what will happen is that he will give me transport. He asked me how much is transport from Eche to my community. I told him I don't even know where I am, so I don't know. Then transport was not really expensive, so they gave me 1,550 naira, and they gave that girl 1,550 naira. So around 8 in the night, they said that I'm free to go. That I'm free to go. So that same bike boy that picked us the first day was the same person that came inside the forest. So when he got to the forest, he off his bike, pushed the bike inside the bush. Then when we were about leaving, they were not waiting for everywhere to be calm. Around 9 in the night, they asked me and that girl to stand up and follow them. That was how I was walking from inside the bush. Then walking till we got to the main road before the bike pushed his own bike outside, and we entered. So me and that small girl, we entered the bike. So the guy drove till when he started seeing lights, like all this lamp, all those lamp, you know, these women that came back from bush markets, so they were offloading. So when the boy saw that he was close to where we started seeing houses, he said that his bike is not okay, that the light is not really working. We should come down, let him check what is wrong with the bike. So when we came down from the bike, he zoom off. Me and this girl started running. We started running. I was not wearing slippers. I was smelling period stain. So we started running. Because they told us not to enter young people bike, that we should watch the bike that we will enter, that they have group by group in this HA. They have some group that used to sell human parts, that no matter the amount of money you give to them, that's none of their business. They will butcher the person and sell parts by parts. So that we should enter. That was the reason why they gave us that change. So we will not look for change. That from that place where that boy stopped us to where we will see motor is 100 naira. So we now entered bike. So Egui Eche Junction in Egui Junction. So when we got there, I think people in that area, they know, like maybe something like that used to happen there, because the people were looking at me and that girl, they were looking at us somehow. So from that morning, I bought bedroom slippers, 200 naira. I started hearing Igrita. So I entered, me and the girl entered bus. My dear, see, the woman that sat close to me used that clothes to cover her nose like this till we got to Igrita. Like it was that bad. She used her clothes like this to cover her nose till we got to Igrita. Roundabout, they stopped us there. We entered another motor that was going to Rumukrushi. So when we got to Rumukrushi tank, I said, okay, now I know where I am. I asked the driver, please, do you have phone? I want to call somebody. I called my brother. I started crying. So when I called my brother was already admitted in the hospital. He said that those people called him, that he just finished speaking to them, that they said that they need more money, that the one they gave to them was not enough. If not, they should come and carry their mother, their sisters, and their wives, corpse, because not me, as LMA Junction. So the thing triggered my brother's BP. So he asked me where I was. I told him. He said, okay, that I should wait for him at Umukushi Junction, that my other brother will come to pick me. So he called my other brother. And Eleme Junction was very bad. That 2019, the road was so bad. So my brother took bike from our house down to Eleme Junction and gave his friend his car to drive and to come and meet us. So when my brother came, we just held each other and started crying. So when I got home, my mom saw me. She was just looking at me. They did not tell my mother that I was kidnapped. Nobody mentioned anything to my mom.